What's up?
We're good pals, isn't that? Yeah, we're good pals. Hi, welcome to another episode of Coffee and Catch Up with Danny. Today we've got Jonny Ireland from Antonelli, but he's better known as Gelato Jonny. Welcome, Jonny.
Thanks very much for having me.
Tell us a little bit about Antonelli and about what you do, and a little bit about your role there at Antonelli.
So Antonelli are a fourth generation Italian family business. So in 1884, Domenico Antonelli came over from Piquinisco in Italy. I've butchered that Italian, by the way, to Manchester, centre of the universe. And when they did, they actually made barrel pianos. So we'd go out for a sherry and spend a shilling, and someone would wind up with a barrel piano and we'd listen to it self-play. And then eventually Domenico realised he was part of a mass immigration of Italians that came into the country, and they were all vending gelato and ice cream.
Right.
So he decided to stop making the barrel piano and started making biscuits to slide gelato on top of.
Right.
And then in 1912, the International Biscuit Company, which is now Antonelli's, was born.
Yeah.
So we've been making waffle cones in the UK for over 100 years. We're the first business in the UK to ever introduce a rolled waffle cone machine. So when your customers come and have a gelato on a cone, that cone has been rolled on one of the very first machines ever brought in this country, which is maintained for over 60 years now. We also now have moved into selling ingredients to make gelato with, and we've also got a really high service level. So the Gelato Academy, which you came to a couple of months ago, and also we sell inclusions, packaging, everything like that. Everything.
So the business has obviously transformed over the years. It's moved with the times, and now like gelato's kind of hot on the trend, and you've moved like in a big way into that kind of market for the UK there, haven't you?
Yeah, certainly. I think the UK now, as consumers, they want to get more for their money, and also they want to have better quality, because we all can't afford to go on holiday at the moment. Times are pretty tough, but we are willing to spend a little bit more on a gelato or a higher quality product, because it's actually a bit of luxury we can afford. Yeah. So I think gelato is doing really well because of that. We'll always, as a business, focus on quality and improving and adding value to the ice cream market in the UK.
So tell us a little bit about your role then within the company.
I am now the National Technical Manager, so I am part of the technical team. So there's me and Mark Antonelli, who's the technical director. I run an academy called the Antonelli Gelato Academy, where we run courses for people who want to start their own ice cream and gelato businesses. We also run one-to-one, so we help businesses develop. So we've helped you develop recipes in the past. Yeah. We develop exclusive lines that are only made for the United Kingdom. So we have a rhubarb ripple, which is really, really popular at the moment, which we developed just for England and Scotland and Wales and Northern Ireland. A bit of marketing. Family business, you know, it is, Danny. We do a bit of everything, don't we? So absolutely, yeah. There's not one job for me.
What has been some of the biggest challenges for the company over the past few years, would you say? Like
you were saying earlier, we work on quality and service. And a lot of our competitors don't work on service and quality. They'll go at price, and sometimes when you lose out to customers on price, you do think sometimes, are we doing this the right way? But ultimately, nobody wins in a price war, do they? We've seen, even through hard economic times, we're still seeing growth every year, because our reputation grows every year, because more people want to use higher quality products, and because our reliability is there as well in service. If you have a problem, you can call me and I can give you advice straight away, or if you have a problem with the product, you can call our customer service and we can replace that, fix it straight away. But actually, because we make everything in the UK, cones wise, and because we have such high quantities of stock and really advanced technical people, our problems are we don't really get a lot of problems.
Yeah, so it's just striking, trying to keep that balance of great customer service and great products.
But also, I find ice cream and gelato is quite subjective. So just because I like my Amarena cherry quite sour and dark doesn't mean you might want it red and more sweet. Yeah. Think about it. Westlife had 7 number ones. I would never buy a Westlife single. But Blink-182, who I love to bits, they've never had a number 1. So I always think actually quality is in the eye of the beholder, and as long as you're consistent and as long as you've got a range which can tick boxes for most people, then you can be quite happy.
So normally my last question is, what is your favourite Esposito's item, but I know that was going to be gelato.
Yes.
So my question is, what is your favourite flavour?
Right, well, most people think it should be like some sort of posh Sicilian flavour or something, but actually it's like a really good vanilla.
Vanilla?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, on that note, I've got something for you.
Wow. As if a vanilla's just come out of nowhere. That's absolutely incredible.
Cheers.
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 Madagascar.
Yep. So I'd just like to say a special thank you for Jonny for coming onto the episode today. And I'd like to say, if you own a business out there and you've got requirements for the best cones in the country, the best gelato ingredients, please get in touch with Antonelli on their website or social media.